Missouri at the Liberty Memorial and National World War I Museum.
In 1918, at the end of World War I, there was a great outpouring of emotion. Over 15 million men and women had died in the war. 441 were from Kansas City. The people of Kansas City wanted to express their gratitude for those who sacrificed in the defense of liberty. The Liberty Memorial was opened in 1926 and the eternal flame of liberty was lit. Today, that flame is in danger of being extinguished. We came to the Liberty Memorial and National World War I Museum to talk to Denise Rendina, Head of Marketing and Communications, about the memorial and the efforts to save the flame.
We appreciate you coming to the National World War I Museum today to learn more about our facility. As many people know, the museum was actually founded in 1920s, right after World War I, when Kansas City has raised $2.5 million to complete a memorial to honor the dead from Kansas City from World War I. The two original buildings up on the deck and the tower opened in 1926 and have stood as a symbol for Kansas City and the nation for a long time, and people are very proud of them.
The Liberty Memorial was built in the Bose classical art style. It contains elements of Celtic, Greek, Roman, and Egyptian architecture and art. At the center of the memorial is a 217.5-foot tower topped by a torch and the eternal flame. Surrounding the torch are the four winged guardians symbolizing courage, honor, patriotism, and sacrifice. The Memorial Hall sits to the east and contains bronze plaques with the names of the 441 Kansas Cityans who died in the war. On the north wall is the Great Frieze that depicts progress from war to peace. Across the top, in 14-inch letters, is an expression of gratitude for all those who sacrificed to bear the torch of liberty. It also contains an invocation that all nations might achieve and cherish a lasting peace. Two sphinxes, Memory and Future, guard the entrance to the memorial. Memory faces east towards Flanders Field, the site of the war, and hides its face in sorrow for the great losses. Future faces west, away from empires, and hides its face because it cannot see the future. The National World War I Museum below the memorial was opened in 2006.
We raised about $100 million to redo the deck and to excavate and open a new National World War I Museum, and it opened December of 2006, and that's where we're at today. And we're very proud of this new facility. It was designed by Ralph Applebaum, who designed the Holocaust Museum. It's had tremendous success both from World War I scholars to everyday visitors who come, and they're very impressed with the museum, both for the story that it tells and the way that it tells it. It's very highly interactive. It uses computers and technology in a wonderful way to tell the story of 90 years ago. And one of the things that we're most proud of is that we really tell the story of World War I through the people who experienced it.
People of all ages and walks of life come from all over the United States and from around the world to visit the Liberty Memorial and the National World War I Museum. They experience history through many artifacts, reconstructions, films, and interactive displays. But one of the most important aspects of the memorial is in trouble.
All museums, including the National World War I Museum, rely on generous patrons to help us, because museums by their very nature don't make a ton of money. Now, we certainly have earned income and there's great things that we do, but there are things that we raise money for. One of those recently that we've done is a Save the Flame campaign. There's a flame that is called the Eternal Flame that actually runs each night from about dusk until 2 a.m. and that flame is created through steam that is piped up through the tower and then a series of red lights. And when you pipe that much electricity, it is a very costly thing to do. It costs the museum about $45,000 a year. We had some budget cuts this year which forced us to determine that we had to turn off the flame, which was not an easy decision to make. But thankfully, a group of citizens stepped forward and helped us save that flame, and we're working toward that right now. So we have the Save the Flame campaign, and people have donated everywhere from $5,000 dollars from a corporation down to $5 for an individual. And Pioneer Services, which is a great company, stepped forward and promised to match pledges. So we're feeling very confident that we'll be able to keep this flame on for a year. And then we need to look at long term, how do we keep that flame burning forever? Because it is a very symbolic way that we remember those who sacrificed for the war, and Kansas Cityans and the nation are proud of it. So we're looking at long-term options. There are also a number of ways that people can donate to the museum. Education programs, acquisitions of artifacts, we have funds for it. There's lots of ways, and if people go to our website, they can learn more about those opportunities and see how they can get involved. And again, you know, the $1 million gifts are great, but the $5 gifts are very important too, and we appreciate everyone who steps forward to help us.
In 1926, when the Liberty Memorial was opened, the flame of liberty was lit, and it has stayed shining above the Kansas City skyline every night for over 91 years, with few exceptions. Today, the future of that flame is in doubt. Due to funding issues, the flame might be extinguished after July 4th. If you would like to help save the flame, please go to savetheflame.org, or you can make other contributions to the National World War I Museum. Become a part of history and help save the flame.